Today, we've got the first look at the new Google Pixel 9 on top of a new discovery of another Pixel in the lineup, so make sure you hit subscribe and we'll get right into it. So first up, before we cover the new Pixel 9 reveal, we've got news that if you lose your Pixel 9, you'll now be able to find it even if the phone has been switched off. The Find My Device network is a new location tracking option coming in Android 15, and it's going to ping other Android devices via Bluetooth and allow you to pinpoint your device even if your device doesn't have an internet connection. And some new devices, including the Pixel 9 series, are going to support the Powered Off Finder API, and this means even if it's switched off by someone who's found it, it can still be located. While we hope we never lose our phones, it certainly makes it that little bit easier to find it if it does get lost or stolen. Next up, we've got the first look at the Google Pixel 9, and it's a little bit different to what we first thought, as it's now been discovered that there are 3 different Pixel 9s in the series. Now, a couple of weeks ago I showed you the Pixel 9, which for the first time had 3 cameras on the standard model, but it turns out that there was actually some misinformation with the leak, and we were looking at the Pixel 9 Pro and the new Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now, OnLeaks has now corrected the information, and he shared a 360 video along with some more high quality renders, and as you'd expect, it looks similar to the Pixel 9 Pro, but it's smaller and it's only got 2 cameras. Now, the report tells us that the standard Pixel 9 is going to come with a 6.1-inch display, and it's got rounded corners but still has a flat display, and the overall dimensions come in at 152.8 by 71.9 by 8.5mm. The Pixel 9 Pro is reportedly going to be the same size as the standard Pixel 9, but it will of course have the additional telephoto camera, and everything else appears to be the same. However, I imagine there are going to be some additional specs and features, otherwise it makes it a little bit less necessary. Now, the Pixel 9 Pro XL is of course going to be the largest phone in this series, and it comes with a 6.5-inch display. And it's the same strategy we see from the likes of Samsung, offering 3 phones in the range to suit more people, and more choice is never a bad thing. Now, for those of you excited, we're going to run through the full specs, design, and the expected pricing of each model to clear up the confusion and help you guys decide which one is right for you. So make sure you subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, we've got the standard Pixel 9, which comes with a 6.1-inch flat display with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection. It's a 120Hz Full HD Plus OLED display with an expected resolution of 2400 by 1080. While the exact display is still currently unknown, we're no doubt going to get some improvements to brightness, and we're expecting something around 2400 nits of peak brightness. We get a punch hole camera top center for the selfies, and the exact sensor isn't known at the moment, but we expect a 12 megapixel selfie camera. Over on the rear, it's a dual camera setup, and it's consisting of a wide angle and an ultra wide camera, and again the sensors are currently unknown at the moment, but it is going to be the same camera system as the Pixel 9 Pro. The phone will be powered by Google's new Tensor G4 chipset, and it's going to deliver improvements in performance, efficiency, and AI capabilities, and it's coming with 8GB of RAM along with 128 or 256GB storage options, and this will of course be UFS 4. We're expecting around a 4600 mAh battery with improvements to fast charging, and while Google always play it fairly safe, we're hoping for at least something like 30 to 35 watts. We get 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and an ultra-wideband chip, and the phone is of course going to ship with Android 15. Now, the Pixel 9 is launching in October, and we'll get more accurate details on the pricing as we approach the launch, but it's estimated it's going to launch around $700. Now, next up, we've got the Pixel 9 Pro, and this also comes with a 6.1-inch flat display with Gorilla Glass armor protection. It's a 120Hz OLED display with an expected resolution of around 2992 by 1334. While the exact display is still currently unknown, we're no doubt going to get some improvements to brightness, and we're expecting it to be around 2600 to 2800 nits of peak brightness. We get a punch hole camera in the top center for the selfies, and again, the exact sensor is still unknown at the moment, but we expect a 12 megapixel selfie camera. Now, over on the rear, it's a triple camera setup consisting of a wide, an ultra wide, and a telephoto camera, and again, we don't know the exact sensors at the moment. Now, the phone is powered by Google's new Tensor G4 chipset, and this is going to bring improvements in performance, efficiency, and the AI capabilities, and it's coming with 12GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage, which again is going to be UFS 4. We're expecting around a 4,600 mAh battery with improvements to fast charging, and while Google are still playing it very safe, we're hoping for at least 30 to 40 watt fast charge. We get 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and an ultra-wideband chip, and the phone is of course going to ship with Android 15. The Pixel 9 is launching in October, and again we're going to get more accurate details on pricing as we get closer to launch, but it's estimated to launch around $900. Now finally, we've got the new Pixel 9 Pro XL, and this comes with a 6.5-inch flat display with Gorilla Glass armor protection. It's a 120Hz OLED display with a Quad HD Plus resolution. While the exact display is still currently unknown, we're no doubt getting improvements to brightness, and we're expecting the Pixel 9 XL to be around 2,600 to 3,000 nits of peak brightness. We get a punch-hole camera at top center for the selfies, and the exact sensor isn't known at the moment, but we can expect something like a 12-megapixel selfie camera. Over on the rear, it's a triple camera setup consisting of a wide, an ultra-wide, and a telephoto camera, and again, the exact sensors are unknown at the moment. Now the phone is going to be powered by Google's new Tensor G4 chipset that will bring with it improvements to performance, efficiency, and AI capabilities, and it's coming with 16GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage, and this will be UFS 4. We're expecting around a 5,100 mAh battery with improvements to fast charging as well. And again, because Google play it very safe, it's hard to guess, but we're really hoping for at least 40 watt fast charging. We get 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra-wideband, and of course the phone is going to ship with Android 15, and the Pixel 9 Pro XL is going to be launching in October. Again, we'll get more accurate details on pricing as we approach the launch, but it's estimated it's going to cost around $1,100. So it's nice to see an XL model back in the lineup, giving the consumer more choice, and it also means that those that want the Pro model but didn't want a larger phone before are going to be much happier now. It's easy to see how the initial leak got confused a few weeks ago, because we've always been used to just 2 Pixels in the lineup. And of course, Google are never very good at keeping anything a secret, so it's not going to be long until we've got the full confirmed specs for all 3 models in the Pixel 9 series. Now of course, as soon as anything else comes in, I'm going to be sharing it straight away, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.